The release date for Star Wars Jedi Survivor has leaked on Steam, and yes, it's in March. Plus we got a look at new outfits, weapons and way more. So if you are excited for the game, then don't leave a like on the video to show your support. Subscribe for way more content on Jedi Survivor. And let's go. Let's start with the release date. Steam had it for March 15th, 2023 before they removed it. Some people did see March 16th though. So it should at least be that week, which also lines up with the many rumors we had and the fact that EA wants to launch a major IP before the end of their financial year, which is in March 2023. So really, that is 3 months from now, which of course pretty wild. They also confirmed that we will get the gameplay trailer during the Game Awards on December 8th, and there we will likely hear which date in that March 15th, 16th week it will be. We also got the new key art right here with Cal and BD1 on an interesting looking planet, and it's probably the same planet that we saw in the trailer with the mantis crashing there, although the mantis in the background here is looking fine, so I'm curious what's going on. We also got a first look at the pre-order bonus inspired by, yes, maybe you already see it, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and in particular the recent Kenobi TV show that of course takes place around the same time as the game, which is 9 years before A New Hope. So Cal will be able to wear this hermit outfit. They are saying lightsaber set here, which probably means that the multiple cosmetics for one lightsaber return, and this includes everything for that hermit variant, and the same for the combustion blaster. We of course already saw Cal with a blaster on his belt in the first trailer, and there were some figurines where he had this weapon too. Well, seems like we can customize it, and there will be multiple types of blasters, because in the deluxe edition of the game we have the DL-44 Han Solo blaster in the Galactic Hero cosmetic pack, and yeah, there's also a Scoundrel cosmetic outfit inspired by Han as well. And these skins for BD1 return, but they are way more impressive this time. So in that Galactic Hero cosmetic pack we got the rocked BD1 cosmetic, and we also have the BD1 Astro skin, taking of course some visual cues from R2-D2. You really see it when we put the two next to each other that they are way more than just reskins in the sequel. So I hope there are more skins that make BD1 look very different. I think that would be cool. And the same can of course be said for Cal. We also have this Rebel Hero outfit in the Luke Skywalker inspired pack. I don't want to see any more ponchos in the sequel, and these pre-order and deluxe edition outfits at least show that we don't have to rely on PC mods to get cool cosmetics for our Jedi Knights. Because yes, at the start of Jedi Survivor, Cal is a Jedi Knight. The game takes place 5 years after Fallen Order, and while the Steam page does not include a lot of new story info, they do note that the dark times are closing in, and with enemies new and familiar surrounding him, Cal will need to decide how far he's willing to go to save those closest to him. We have seen no sign of our crewmates yet, who we of course end up with at the end of Fallen Order, but they will obviously make a return, you would think, right? This was also already noted in a leak by Bespin Bulletin, with other info that turned out to be correct. Especially curious how Marin and Cal's relationship will evolve in the sequel. One part of the Steam page says, go beyond your training, the cinematic combat system returns with additional force abilities and a new lightsaber fighting styles. Now you would think that Cal has most of the force abilities from the first game at the start of this one, right? But we will learn more of course, and especially the new lightsaber fighting styles are interesting here. Maybe this means stances like Ghost of Tsushima, where you of course had to switch between them depending on the enemy you were fighting. In an older interview with game director Stick, it was noted that while working on Fallen Order, they came up with a ton of ideas for the sequel. Some of that comes down to more stances for combat. I think it would be a great addition, and it could also mean that fighting the same enemies from the previous game will feel different in Jedi Survivor. And the cherry on top would of course be the ability to dual wield lightsabers. I really loved how you could find the dual bladed lightsaber early on in the previous game if you went to Dathomir after the first planet. This was optional because you were asked to go to a different planet for the main story, and the enemies were totally challenging here at this point in the game, but the reward was worth it. Otherwise, you would of course get the dual-bladed lightsabers way later into the story. And seems like there will be more of these hidden secrets in Jedi Survivor. They namely note that we can discover new planets and familiar frontiers in the Star Wars galaxy, each with unique biomes, challenges, and enemies. So this will probably be for linear main missions, but brand new in Jedi Survivor is that there will be larger areas to explore and more to discover off the beaten path. Players who adventure beyond the horizon will find hidden rewards. I would not be surprised if it's comparable to the optional content we just saw in God of War Ragnarok, especially the crater area we of course get to explore near the end of the game was huge and pretty open for an otherwise linear game. So maybe the early unlock for dual wielding lightsabers is hidden in this side content. Like the rewards have to be good this time around to make the optional content extra worth it. The small cosmetic parts for your lightsaber or color swaps for items are not good enough anymore. I also hope they improve the map, especially for these open spaces, and having a fast travel system or at least a quick way to get back to your mantis instead of having to walk all the way back while looking for upgrades and collectibles would be great too. Again, we will learn more on December 8th during the Game Awards, so totally subscribe to be up to date on everything Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I made a ton of videos about the first game, so we'll keep you posted here. A like would also really help me out, and check out my previous video on what other reveals we can expect at the Game Awards by clicking on the screen. I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.